Tomorrow, we are set for a preview of the Washington Auto Show, which opens up on Friday. So today, let's talk about what you need to know if you are looking to buy a car these days and what's going on with the used car market, the new car market. We wanted to go straight to the top. So joining us is the president of the Washington Area New Automobile Dealers Association, John O'Donnell. Hi, John. Good morning.
Good morning, Steve. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you look like you're in a great spot, so we're off to a good start this morning. Listen, it's no secret. There were struggles the last couple of years in the manufacturing cars and getting parts for cars and dealers getting cars. Overall, where do we stand now?
Things are improving. They were very tough for quite a time. Believe it or not, things like wiring harnesses are produced in the country of Ukraine. So I think that explains the supply chain constraints there. Things like batteries and other components and minerals are actually coming from China. So we're learning to become less reliant upon that supply chain. Slowly, manufacturer incentives, brand by brand, are returning, and that's good for consumers and dealers. Dealers have struggled to get product, and that results in supply and demand, higher prices. My opinion is I think we've seen the worst of it, and it will begin to improve from here and only get better. A lot of technology has come into these vehicles over the last few years. Just because we were in a pandemic doesn't necessarily mean that the designers and engineers stopped working. So you're seeing advances in vehicles across the board. And one great way, this is a plug for the Washington, D.C. Auto Show, one great way to look at product is to come down to the convention center and take a look at vehicles that are combustion engine or plug-in electric vehicles. We have more than 20, and they seem to qualify for an EV tax credit under the Inflation Reduction Act, the IRA.
It's all good news. John, you know, one of the issues, and obviously, I mean, you're in a great spot, right? If anybody's looking for the new car, a lot of people, when you buy the new car, you trade in the old car. And there were, obviously, there was a high demand for used cars for years as well. You talk about the dealers having trouble getting new inventory. Can you still get a premium for your used car if you're trading it in, or are those days gone now?
If you're going to do that, I'd get out there and do it right now. That side of the market is beginning to turn. We're seeing signs of weakness there that previously weren't there. Again, that's good for consumers, not so good for car dealers, but they will make a deal. So I'd suggest getting out there right now.
No doubt. So you talked about it, again, we're going back to buyers now, right? Hopefully they come to the car show, they take a look at everything, they get an idea what they want to narrow it down to. But you talked about some manufacturers starting to roll out incentives more than others. Are we talking by price point, by point of origin, or is there any method to it at this point?
Quite honestly, it's hit or miss. I don't want to name names, but I can tell you that the American manufacturers are in a pretty good position in terms of production. Some of the imports are struggling, but improving. Like Hyundai, Toyota, Honda are doing a little bit better than some of their peers.
It's good news. It's a great setup that you have there. Like we said, we're going to be doing more on the auto show all week. But John, I appreciate you joining us this morning as we kick off our coverage with hopefully some good news out there for folks who have been putting off buying that new car. Good to see that we're starting to get more and more on the dealer lots. Thank you, John. Appreciate you joining us this morning.
Thank you very much, Steve.
All right, take care now.